Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mrs. Nilofer Ijaz. I am your biology teacher. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. We had started our chapter, Structure Organization of Life, and we have studied the digestive system. Today, I am going to start my lecture 4, and that is about respiration. Before this, you have seen some pictures. In chapter 2, I revised that introduction and digestive system we have done. And now today, we are going to start respiratory system of frog. Is it clear? This is the frog. It passes a dual life. Sometimes it is found in water and sometimes found on land because it is an amphibian. Amphibian means possess two type of life. Early stages, they passes in water, but later, on later stage, they move or they jump to the ground. Now, respiration. Before going to the definition and phases of respiration, I like to say something about the life of frog. As you know, frog passes his lifetime in water and on land, so its respiratory system is divided into three processes. Is it clear? Because it is an amphibian, that is why it has different type of respiration according to their way of living, whether they are found in water or they are found on land. Now the definition. What is the definition of respiration? Respiration is a very simple process. Respiration is a very simple process. Energy is required by every organism to carry on all the life activities. It is produced by the oxidation of food, especially by glucose. The process takes place in the cell. For oxidation, the cells require oxygen, and as a result of oxidation of food, they produce carbon dioxide as a waste product. This entire process is called respiration. Now simply, up till class 7th or 8th, you know that what is respiration? That is the intake of oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Now we are talking about the process or the liberation of energy. 7, 8 तक के स्टैंडर्ड पर हम इतना ही जानते थे कि किसी चीज में ऑक्सीजन एंटर हो रही है और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अगर वो ब्रीथ आउट कर रहा है तो दैट इज द रेस्पिरेशन. यहाँ थोड़ी सी मॉडिफाइड हम करके आपको डेफिनेशन बता रहे हैं. a process that liberates energy, यानी respiration एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है कि जिसके जरिए से एनर्जी लिबरेट होती है, एग्जिट आउट होती है, निकलती है. A process that liberates energy from organic molecules when oxidized is called respiration. क्या मतलब है इसका कि जब कोई जानदार कोई खाना खाता है तो उसकी फूड जो है वो ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स कहलाती है, वो ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स पर मुश्तमिल फूड होती है. जैसे ग्लूकोज है, फैट है, प्रोटीन है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट है, दीज आर द ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल. When the organism inhale oxygen, जब ये inhale करते हैं ऑक्सीजन, this oxygen combines with organic molecules and oxidizes them. वो उनके साथ कंबाइन होती है और उनको ब्रेक कर देती है, ऑक्सीडाइज कर देती है. इस ऑक्सीडेशन से, ड्यू टू दिस प्रोसेस, by the combination of oxygen to the molecules, energy is released. एक एनर्जी रिलीज होती है. ये एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड होती है all kind of activities which an organism is performing. Clear? A process that liberates energy. यानी respiration is a process in which energy is liberated. How it is liberated? It is liberated from organic molecules when they oxidize. How they oxidize? When the oxygen combines with them. And what process this called? This is called respiration. According to this definition, respiration is divided into two processes. Number one, gaseous exchange. Number two, cellular exchange. Gaseous exchange, that is the first part of respiration. When we inhale or any organism inhale that air, it is called a gaseous exchange. In the proper organs, the gases exchange with one another, oxygen is absorbed and carbon dioxide is liberated out. Now, the oxygen which reaches to the cell has food molecules, organic molecules. These molecules, when they molecules combines with oxygen, the second part of respiration takes place, that is called cellular respiration. Within the cell, the organic food deoxidized and energy is released. Once again, I am repeating कि respiration को दो प्रोसेस में अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस डेफिनेशन की एनर्जी रिलीज करता है. एट वंस एनर्जी रिलीज नहीं करता, टू फेजेस में एनर्जी रिलीज करता है. पहले फेज में they take in oxygen and they give out carbon dioxide. This process, पहला process, first phase, this is called gaseous exchange. While the second phase is called cellular respiration, in which within the cell, the food molecule, the organic molecule, they combines with oxygen and they release energy. Now, in this way, process is divided into two phases. Now, back to the type of respiration found in frog. On the screen, you can share that there are three types of respiration found in frog. There are three types of respiration found in frog: pulmonary respiration, cutaneous respiration, and the buccal respiration. Now, first of all, pulmonary respiration. What is pulmonary respiration? The gaseous exchange which takes place in lungs is called pulmonary respiration. When frogs are found on land, they breathe through their lungs. When frogs found on land, they breathe through their lungs. For respiration on land, frog has special organs. These organs are, you can read on the screen, that the respiratory organs. The frog has two balloon-like lungs. They are two balloon-like structure. You can see these are the two balloon-like structure, 1 and 2, which are, their outer surface is smooth, but inner surface has numerous folds. You can see the outer surface is smooth, but the inner has many pocket-like structures. They are smooth, but the inner has numerous folds, which increase the area for gaseous exchange. The lungs are richly supplied with blood vessels. Each lung has a bronchus at its upper end. You can see this is the bronchus. This area is the bronchus. The two bronchus, because frogs do not have neck, so just after the glottis, glottis is a throat, हलक को कहते हैं. The bronchus divide into two branches. Each branch is called bronchus, and the two bronchi open into a larynx. A larynx open into the lungs. A glottis open into the larynx. Glottis, you can see larynx. Larynx is a voice box. Now this is the structure of frog lung. Now how the mechanism of breathing takes place. During respiration, air is taken in by the external nostril. You can see there are two external nostrils. These are the nostrils. It passes into the buccal cavity through the internal nostril. Then it passes into the buccal cavity. This is the buccal cavity or the mouth cavity. From here, it enters the glottis through the larynx, and the bronchi finally reaches the lungs. In the lungs, exchange of gases between air and blood takes place. Oxygen is taken up by the blood and the carbon dioxide is given out, which leaves the body through the same route. Now, before going to cutaneous respiration, I would like to repeat the mechanism once again. You can see a frog is here. These are the nostrils. They are external nostrils. They open into the internal nostrils. Then the air comes into the buccal cavity. Here are two arrows which are showing the exchange of gases in the mouth cavity. After that, the air is forced into the lungs, where exchange of gases takes place. After the exchange of gases, this air is passed into the buccal cavity, then internal nostril, and then it passes out from the external nostril. I think it must be clear to all of you. This is the respiration, which is called pulmonary respiration, which takes place through the lungs. Now come to the next topic, which is called cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration. During swimming and hibernation, frog uses their skin for respiration. Under surface of skin is richly supplied with blood capillaries through which the exchange of gases takes place. What is cutaneous? Cutaneous is the skin of frog. It is the skin of frog. Here on your skin, on your screen, you can see that the picture of skin. This is the upper portion of skin, this is the middle layer and the inner surface. The inner surface is richly supplied with blood capillaries. You can see the red one are the capillaries and the blue one are the blood vessels. When frogs are in water, they are found in water, they breathe through their skin or during their hibernation period. When they are swimming, they use their skin for their respiration, and when they are in hibernation period, they use their skin. Now, you can see that water is rich with hydrogen and oxygen. This oxygen from the water is taken up by the blood capillaries, and these capillaries they absorb, and after exchange of gases this carbon dioxide is passed out from the skin and it again goes into the water. This type of respiration in which skin is used is called cutaneous respiration. Now, the word hibernation is here. What is hibernation? Hibernation is a sleeping period of many animals. To avoid winter, hard weather like winter, some animals or some amphibians especially and some reptiles, they buried themselves under the water or under the mud and they remain alive there and they sleep, and this is called their sleeping period or their hibernation. This process is called hibernation and the period is called hibernating process. Now, when they are sleeping, how they are getting energy to survive? Naturally, they need something when they are sleeping. So, what happened? They respire through their skin and the energy is released by their body. It utilized for their सर्वाइवल. जब पूरे विंटर में ये सोते रहते हैं तो सवाल ये पैदा होता है कि जिंदा कैसे रहते हैं, खाते कैसे हैं, किस तरीके से ये अपने आप को जिंदा रखते हैं. तो ये रेस्पायरेशन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है, दिस इज द प्रोसेस जिसके जरिए जो एनर्जी रिलीज होती है, रेस्पायरेशन के जरिए जो एनर्जी रिलीज होती है उसको वो उस एनर्जी को अपने लिए यूटिलाइज करते हैं, उससे वो जिंदा रहते हैं. और ये प्रोसेस जो है क्योंकि स्किन के थ्रू होता है इसलिए इसको क्यूटेनियस रेस्पायरेशन कहते हैं. हम बात कर रहे हैं हाइबरनेशन टाइम की, जब फ्रॉग हाइबरनेट हो जाते हैं. व्हेन दे हाइबरनेट दे बरीड देमसेल्फ, दे हाइड देमसेल्फ. एट दैट मोमेंट दे रेस्पायर थ्रू देयर स्किन and their skin is soft, is smooth, and it has very slimy surface, and beneath the skin, just beneath the skin, very large number of blood capillaries are present. You know what are capillaries? When the vessels blood arteries and veins, they divide and redivide and redivide, and finally a very fine network is formed. That network is called capillaries. And these capillaries are in a large number under the surface of the skin. So through this skin, they respire very easily. Now the next is buccal respiration. Before going to the buccal respiration, I would like to revise what is buccal. Buccal cavity or mouth cavity. Buccal cavity or the mouth cavity is a cavity which is formed, or the cavity which is formed in between upper and lower jaws of the frog. Now the upper jaws, that is the roof, and the lower jaws, that is the floor of buccal cavity, they are richly supplied with blood capillaries. They are richly supplied with blood capillaries. Through these capillaries, exchange of gases takes place. Now what happened? Sometime frog gallop some air in his mouth, in its mouth. मुंह में थोड़ी हवा भर लेता है आवाज पैदा करने के लिए, अपने आप को फूला हुआ दिखाने के लिए. It inhales a big amount of air and hold it in the mouth cavity. Now, when it holds the air in the mouth cavity or the buccal cavity, the roof, that is the upper portion of the mouth cavity or the upper jaws, they are richly supplied with blood capillaries. They have a lot of number of blood capillaries in their buccal cavity or in the roof of buccal cavity. So the oxygen which is coming in with the air, it is absorbed by the capillaries of the roof of the buccal cavity. In the same way, the floor of buccal cavity is also richly supplied with blood capillaries, so the oxygen is absorbed by the blood which is present in the capillaries. After exchange of gases, the carbon dioxide mixed air is passed out through the nasal chamber. It withdraws its air outside to the internal nostril and then into the external nostril. Now, this was about the respiratory system of the frog. We have little time, so I would like to, before going to the end, I would like to remind this chapter once again. But first of all, write your correct ID and roll number in your chat box. Any question, you can write it in the chat box, and then in the after few 5 minutes, I will ask some questions. So I would like to review this chapter once again. We revise this chapter in a 2 or 3 minutes. What is respiration? It is not a simple process, just like taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. It is a process through which, or that is the process that liberates energy from organic molecules when oxidized, is called respiration. Right? ऐसा process जिसमें organic food. What are organic molecules? That is, the food is made up of either carbohydrate, fat, proteins. These are the organic molecules. And the food of frog is naturally small insect. तो वो छोटे मोटे इंसेक्ट खाता है जिसकी बॉडी में कार्बोहाइड्रेट भी होते हैं, प्रोटीन्स भी होते हैं. When it takes any insect in its digestive system, the oxygen, it combines with the digested molecules, and with the help of enzyme, these enzymes are termed as oxidative enzymes. I'm repeating here again. These enzymes are called oxidative, O-X-I-D-A-T-I-V-E, oxidative enzyme. These enzymes break down the organic molecules and energy is liberated. This energy is utilized by the frog in different processes. The respiration, according to the new definition, the respiration is divided into two phases. That is the gaseous exchange, that how the air is coming inside the body, through which processes it is going into the body, and the cellular respiration, that is within the cell where food molecules are present. When they oxidize and energy is released, that is the second phase. In frog, we have studied that in frog we have three types of respiration: pulmonary respiration, cutaneous respiration, and the buccal respiration. Pulmonary respiration is that respiration which takes place when frogs are found on land. And for respiration, you can see they have a glottis. They have two big lungs. The outer surface is very smooth and inner surface is folded, which increases the area. Outer surface is smooth. These bronchi, two bronchi, because they have two lungs, so their tubes are called bronchus. These two bronchi, they open if we are going from lungs to the mouth. When you can see these bronchi, they open into the larynx. Larynx is a sound box through which it produces a sound. It opens into the glottis, and finally they open into the mouth cavity. Mechanism is very simple, that the air comes inside, exchange of gases takes place, and carbon dioxide is passes out. Mechanism, you can see the nostrils. These nostrils, they intake oxygen, it comes into the mouth cavity and then it goes into the lungs. After exchange of gases, air passes again into the mouth cavity, then into the internal nostril, then it passes out through the external nostrils. Then the cutaneous respiration. When frogs are found in water or during their hibernation period, they use their skin. The respiration which takes place through the skin is called cutaneous respiration. If skin is very smooth, clammy, moist, and so exchange of gases takes place. Just beneath the skin, just after the upper surface of the skin, you can see there is a network of blood capillaries. These are the blood capillaries, one for vein and one for artery. The oxygen of the water, it fuses with the blood and carbon dioxide is given out in the same way. Now next is the buccal respiration. We were talking about the buccal respiration. In the mouth cavity is formed by the upper and lower jaw of buccal cavity. They are richly supplied with blood capillaries, and exchange of gases takes place. After exchange of gases, Carbon dioxide is expelled out and oxygen is taken by the blood. Now, thank you very much, students. We talk about the today about the respiratory system. If you have any question, then you can raise your hand or you may write. What is hibernation? There is a question from Ikra Anwar. Ikra Anwar, hibernation is a period in which frogs bury themselves. Now write your roll number and your ID for your attendance. Otherwise, it will be marked as absent. Hibernation is a period through which frogs bury themselves under the mud stone and they remain alive there. And they take energy from through the process of respiration. Yes, anyone else? Any other question? You can raise your hand or you can write in the chat box. No, you don't have question. So may I ask you some question? How many types of respiration found in frog? One, two, or three? How many types of respirations found in frog? One, two, or three? Just come on, this is a very easy answer. Correct. Mostly the answer is correct. Now, the respiration takes place through the buccal cavity is termed as buccal respiration or cutaneous respiration. Number one is correct and number two is correct. Buccal respiration or cutaneous respiration. Number one is correct, cutaneous respiration, or number two, buccal respiration is correct. Buccal respiration is correct. Number one is correct. Now, frogs have how many number of lungs? Frogs have how many number of lungs? How many number of lungs? Two. Correct answer. Mostly they have given the correct answer. What kind of respiration takes place in frogs when they are found in water? What kind of respiration takes place in frogs when they are found in water? What kind of respiration takes place when frogs are found in water? जब पानी में होते हैं तो कौन सी टाइप respiration की यूज करते हैं? Come on, hurry up. Correct answer. Cutaneous respiration is the correct answer. When food oxidizes, what thing is released? जब food oxidize होती है तो क्या चीज release होती है? When food oxidizes, which thing release? Come on, hurry up. You have short time. Answer my question. Clear? Yes. When food oxidizes, energy is released and this energy is utilized for various activities of the crop. Is this a simple chapter or lecture or the difficult one? I think that Easy or hard? Just write it. That was a easy chapter or a hard one? Simple one. Very good. I'm very happy that you learned all the things about it. And in the next chapter, inshallah, we will go to the circulatory system, and I will try to make it easy for you. And one thing more, I have given you a name of enzyme. Perhaps you remember, the food is oxidized by enzyme. What is the name of that enzyme? The food is oxidized by an enzyme. Can you write the name of enzyme? I couldn't get any answer. I'm repeating my question again. I told you that there is an enzyme which take part in the oxidation of food. What is the name of that enzyme? No, no answer. So I am giving you again the answer. Not glucose. Glucose is a chemical molecule, chemical substance. Enzyme name is oxidative enzyme. तो याद रखें ऑक्सीडेशन से वर्ड ऑक्सीडेटिव एंजाइम. Oxidative, OXIDATIVE, oxidative enzyme, they oxidizes the food. And what are enzymes? I would like to say something about enzymes. In few minutes we have that the enzymes are chemical substances. They do not take part in any chemical reaction, but due to their presence, the rate or the speed of reaction increases. No, beta, glucose is not the correct answer. Oxidative enzyme. Ushna Khan, the answer is oxidative enzyme. Do the correction. The name of enzyme is oxidative enzyme. एंजाइम ऐसे केमिकल्स होते हैं जो कैटलिस्ट के तौर पे काम करते हैं और इनकी मौजूदगी से जितने भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस हैं वो फास्ट हो जाते हैं. ये खुद बराह रास्त हिस्सा नहीं लेते और इनकी